Hey, what's up guys? You are in the right video if you want to add some value to this beast behind me, to your rental property, and how you can actually create a tremendous amount of wealth while increasing the value of this thing. So guys, I'm Mark Kuhn. I've been in construction for 12 plus years. I, in the past, have only done construction, and now I actually own these buildings and renovate them as a construction project. So I see the benefits on both sides, because I've always wondered, how do the developers make the money where I would provide my construction services for? So guys, stay around to the end. I will give you every tip there is on how, when we add value to these buildings, what it actually adds value to the developer or the person that owns the building. So stick around to the end. Guys, let's get right into the 5 best tips that you can do to increase the property value. Guys, one of the #1 things that you can do is renovate the kitchen area in these apartments. If you're buying an outdated apartment, to bring some new cabinets, some new countertops, a sink. Guys, this isn't super expensive. There's not a ton of cabinets in these spaces. For, I think it was $4,000 we renovated. We removed a wall that was here, some cabinets that's above. We now have an open kind of concept here, and it creates a whole different feel in the apartment. You can actually get $100 to $300 more per rent just on this one unit. And you don't have to spend a lot. These cabinets are, they're factory Lowe's or Home Depot cabinets. You know what, they're great. They're gonna get punished through tenants anyway. You don't have to spend a lot even on the appliance package. We put all new appliances in here. We even have a dishwasher. $2,000 to $3,000, you guys can have all new appliances. It adds tremendous amounts of value though. This is the space where people spend. They want to see nice kitchens, and if you can add $100, $200, $300 in rent and update a kitchen for $5,000, $6,000, it sure makes a lot of difference in the type of tenant you're going to get as well. So keep in mind, kitchens is the #1 place you can spend money. Hey guys, the #2 thing you can do, it's very economical. Most of these apartment buildings have 1 to 2 bathrooms, a vanity top, again, a vanity, like a whole system. They're $400, $500, $600 you can spend. You can even spend less if you want. We get some with decent quality, some we're not going to have problems with. Make sure you're using low flow faucets, low flow toilets, shower heads, the valving systems. And just make sure, because again, many landlords will end up paying, as the owner, you're going to pay the water bill. Typical situations. So keep in mind to keep everything low flow, to keep your water efficiency. And then I think here we applied it's a painting system to the tile, and it actually creates a whole different dynamic because this tile was, I think, a straight piss yellow before. So it just creates a different dynamic in here. And a whole different feel. We updated the vanity mirror with the vanity as well, so it doesn't cost a lot. I think we've spent $1,000 in this bathroom, and now it looks completely different, and the tenants will sure be happy. That's #2, guys. Guys, the third thing you can do to make your apartments more efficient and have a better overall appeal, get more for rent, guys, luxury vinyl tile. It's LVT is what it's commonly referred to as, but it's just an awesome product. You know, we used to replace carpets in these units all the time, almost every tenant, every other tenant, but now we use a product called LVT, and we'll use it throughout the main living room, the kitchen, the main areas. Usually just the bedrooms will carpet, and even in some cases we'll LVT even that. So it's basically a waterproof, really durable vinyl product that you can lay it in these strips. So as you can see on the floor here, it is basically, I got kind of a strip down here where another piece is. This is a little lighter flooring, but say you get damaged on one unit, it's just like a carpet tile where you can just lift one unit out and replace it with another tile. So to have that ability to replace that is much better for design. And then not only that, but you have the affordability of this product, much more affordable than, say, ceramic tile or something as durable as another product. So guys, waterproof, very durable,
you can't beat it for an apartment product. Plus, if you look at the overall, you know, how it feels and looks in here, it feels like there's a wood product actually in this apartment. So just a really tremendous amount of value to get from LVT, and it'll be a lifesaver for you in the rental game. Guys, that is number 3.
Hey guys, welcome. All right, 4th thing, paint. Paint is so important for it to look nice. It is the overall appeal of your whole building, and I'm just showing you here how we did a comparable door to now what they look like. So the only thing, this is like a dark ebony stain on the old door, repurpose the door, but just how much different it looks and how much brighter and a feel you get. So we'll add a nice rub bronze number on here, and man, you got a whole new feel to your unit, or at least the entry to your unit. But then also using very light colors. You'll notice in most of our apartments, we're using lighter, you see this, Jen? Lighter floor base. We use lighter walls, lighter flooring. It just feels brighter in here. It makes the overall apartment just feel bigger, feel brighter, because some of these apartments can get dark. So the paint, though, is just so important that the unit looks very nice, open, and then it really creates a standard for your new tenant because they'll know what to expect of what it looked like when it was done. So I'll have you follow me even to the exterior here. So right now we're actually painting inside the balcony. This is actually a ground floor unit, and I think you can see that a lot of this was old concrete before, just how this black, dark look feels. We'll be painting these AC boxes black. It'll just create a more natural, it just feels all updated. All you're really doing is adding coats of stain or paint. But to have an important, to get the most amount of rent, you're gonna have a nice look, a nice stained, nice painted. Walls need to be smooth, you can't have a bunch of damage. Your tenant base will go up. You'll also get tremendous amount more for rent. So keep that in mind, and this is your value add number 4. All right guys, the 5th thing you need to be doing, make sure if you want to get the most amount of rent for your rental property, guys, you need to have good curb appeal. You can see this building. I got a tremendous, horrendous, I should use, tan, just dated, old stain. We got weird landscaping in the front. You can see to the right side, we actually have tore down trees. We're right in the middle of this right now. And guys, curb appeal is so important. It's got to look nice. It's got to feel nice when you pull up. I don't want to pay a lot of rent at a place where I feel like I'm going to get handed drugs when I walk up to it, right? So make it feel nice. It's going to upgrade your tenants. It's going to keep your occupancies as high as they can be. And it's just going to feel better on the property. And it increases the value tremendously. So, you know, in this instance, we're actually painting it a nice white color. We're staining everything black. The gutters are black. And I don't know if you could see over here, we had to remove a bunch of trees on this property. Over here, you can see we have 14 different shades of brown on the garage doors. Just doesn't look inviting. Just doesn't look like somewhere I'd want to live. And so we're updating. We're going to paint the garage doors black. We're going to update it to look more like the building. Guys, is your property inviting? You know, you gotta think about that. Make sure they're signed right. You have the right, you know, you're marketing the building because you need tenants, right? So you got to make sure that they feel right. Guys, curb appeal is so important. Make sure you just drive by your own property if you own some, see what they feel that looks right, and if not, get it corrected. Because we'll get a tremendous amount of more rent for this building when it's done. So guys, 5th thing, make sure your curb appeal's right. All right guys, so let's wrap this up. Kitchens, bathrooms, flooring, paint, the curb appeal. Those are the top things that you need to do to improve the property values. But we're putting this money in. What kind of return are we getting on the backside? Is it actually worth putting in $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 into a unit to increase the rents by $200? Well, I'm going to break that down for you right now. All right, guys, so what does this actually equate into like rental income and actual values? Well, let's break this down. So this is a 36 unit parcel property, and it has about averaging $600 of rents when we bought it. Okay, well, 36 times the 600, we get 21,600 bucks. Simple math, that's per month, right? So now with all these fixes that we're doing to this property, we have already projected rents up into 825 average. So you take the rents from 600 to 825, and now you take the 825, the new rent basis, times the 36, you actually get 29,700. So it's about $8,100 more per month we are getting on this property, or 97,000 bucks of extra rental income every month for the amount that we've invested into it. So now the question is the amount we invested into greater than that rental amount? Well, let's break that down. So guys, how much value does that actually add to the property? Guys, well, if you get a $97,000 increase to your NOI because of all these renovations you did, it might even be higher than that now because our expenses have probably dropped because now we're not repairing everything all the time, right? So let's just say the 97,000, keep it right at that, and increase to your net operating income. Well, let's divide that by a cap rate. And a cap rate is just a value that your market would, you got to have some experience in apartments to know what a cap rate is. I will shoot another video about that for you if you don't understand. But let's say 7% is a normal cap rate in our market right here. So let's take $97,200, let's divide it by our cap rate, which is 7% in our market. That adds almost $1.4 million in value. And we've renovated about 400,000 into this one. So pretty good upside on that if you think about that. We put 400 grand in, we actually got 1.4 million in back out of it. And it actually almost doubled the property's value. That is where the key lies. So now when you go into refinance, you can get all your money back for the renovation, plus maybe what even the money you had in to close the property in the first place. That's where your infinite returns start happening, and that's where the magic is. So that is a key understanding to rental properties. Guys, and if you want to passively invest in a property like this with us, maybe you're nervous operating it yourself because you don't have the experience, we allow you to do that. You can get on our email list at Mac Capital. We'll put a link below for you. And you can get on our email list. If you're an accredited investor, you can invest beside us in these deals. And we can add value. We're invested in them as well, and we bring other investors into them, so we can all come and have a great investment together in real estate. So thanks so much for watching this. I hope this provided some value and some insight to apartments kind of 101 and how to add value. And like and subscribe to it. Helps me a ton, gives me some love a little bit. So thanks guys, appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one.